Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Haribo Court at D. Simone Gymnasium for GLIAC women's basketball this afternoon. It's the Wildcats of Northern Michigan and the Parkside Rangers. Scott Sudikoff here with you, getting set to bring you the play-by-play this afternoon of the two top teams in the North Division in the GLIAC right now. Northern Michigan 7-7 overall, 4-2 in conference play. Let's run through their starting five. A 5'9" junior, Amber Hubner, makes her 13th start of the season. She's joined by a 6'1" freshman from Royal Oak, Michigan, Samantha Potter. Also in the starting lineup, another freshman, McKaylee Kuhn, a 5'11" freshman from Hilbert, Wisconsin. Erin Honkala, a 6'1" senior from Howell, Michigan, also makes her 15th start this year. And Jessica Schultz, a 6'3" senior from Mineral Point, Wisconsin, in the lineup to begin the game as well for the Wildcats, coached by Troy Mattson in his 14th year as the Wildcat head coach, has 212 career victories. Again, for the Wildcats, it's Hubner, Potter, Kuhn, Honkala, and Schultz. Now for Parkside, winners of 6 consecutive games, 8-6 overall, 5-1 in the conference, atop the North Division, 4-1 at home so far on the year. Alyssa Nelson, the reigning North at the end. There's the Rangers, made 10 consecutive free throws. Northern Michigan won at Purdue Northwest on Thursday, 56-35. Purdue Northwest shot 19% in that game. Opening tip won by the Wildcats as they wear green. And we are underway. Hubner enters it in for Schultz, facing up against Harrison. Works into the paint, going left and scores. Jessica Schultz, the leading scorer at 10.7 points per game. This is a Wildcat team that averages less than 50 points per game, 49.9, fewest in the conference. As Parkside turning it over. Northern Michigan, though, does boast the second best points per game defense at 58.3 a game. Opponents shoot 37.5% against the Wildcats. So their defense has led them to victories in low-scoring games. Potter kicks it out for Schultz. Long two-pointer, too strong. And the offensive rebound. Shot clock doesn't reset. Ball didn't hit the rim. And on the entry to Schultz, she's fouled. Goes on Taylor Steven. Schultz stands at 6'3". Wildcats definitely have the height advantage down low here this afternoon. And another quick foul. This one on Maddie Harrison. Just about a minute gone by, 2-0 Northern Michigan on a bucket by Jessica Schultz. Hubner guarded by Harrison, crosses over, gets in the lane. Help defense comes from Rakkonen. Now a pull-up from 14 feet, rattles in for McKaylee Kuhn. Freshman from Hilbert, Wisconsin, averaging about 7 points per game. And the Wildcats off to a 4-0 start. Cabrera-Senial's pass intended for Nelson got tipped and stolen. Kuhn bounces it right side for Hubner. Now Schultz right in the lane, faces up on Harrison. Finds the cutter, Kuhn, 2 more. And a quick timeout is called by the Rangers. With a couple of turnovers in the early going. Rangers make a change as Claire Jakaitis has come on in place of Carolina Rakkonen. Cabrera-Senial for 3 off the back iron. The rebound bounces out to Samantha Potter. Cabrera-Senial reaching in almost, or did knock it away from Kuhn for a moment there. She She was able to recover. Shot clock is at 9. Honkala with a strong right-hand finish after the drive. Senior averages 8.8 points per game. Team's leading rebounder at 6.9 per contest. Harrison way off on the three. Parkside has had some troubles with their starts to games. Last Saturday against Saginaw Valley, they fell behind 16-4 in the first quarter before they roared back with a big 27-5 run, if I remember correctly. Eventually winning that game 83-77. Got a second foul on Taylor. Kuhn will inbound the basketball for the Wildcats out of Marquette, Michigan. Honkala skips it. Now in the corner, Hubner for three. Nothing but net for Amber Hubner. Not really a big three-point shooting team, the Wildcats. They average about 5.5 a game, but only shoot 28%. They lead 11-0. Courtney Schoenbeck along with the three. Rangers with an ice-cold start. Somewhat matching the weather outside right now. There's a rain and snowstorm working its way through. Schultz, just no chance to stop that, as Alyssa Nelson was down low on her, and that's a 7-inch difference between the two players. 13-0 and turned over by the Rangers. Northern Michigan, a dominant start in what is only the 6th all-time meeting between these two schools, with Parkside joining the conference a couple of years ago. Tipped by Nelson. Honkala steps to the free throw line and hits it. Northern Michigan is not missing right now. 15-0 start. Nelson. Northern Michigan lockdown defense right now as well. Cabrera Signal into the trees and travels. Rakonen and Harrison come back on as Jen Connolly frantically trying to find the right combination right now just to get a bucket and make a stop. Right now, Northern Michigan is on pace for 120 points today. Which I point that out obviously somewhat sarcastically, but they only average 49.9 a game. Jump ball, and it's going to be Parkside possession as Claire Jakaitis drawing that tie up. Elizabeth Lutz into the game for the Wildcats. She was a game time decision today. Did not play Thursday, making her 10th appearance this year. Had a game-winning three-pointer a couple of weeks ago against Wayne State. And what was a 2-point victory for the Wildcats at home. Knocked away out of bounds by Honkala. Still Parkside ball. Harrison inbounding, trying to. Gets it into Rakonen. Kick out. Natalie Raskova to the free throw line. Gets the bounce off the back rim. And the lid removed from the hoop for Parkside. Took more than 5 minutes. But Parkside gets on the board. Kuhn. Her bounce pass knocked away by Jakaitis and then tracked down by Rakonen. Brought ahead by Raskova. Jakaitis swings it to the corner for Schoenbeck, and indecision. She was open for a shot. She had missed from that exact same spot earlier already. And maybe that was in her mind that she didn't want to take the same shot. But I think the message from the bench would be take that shot. That is your game. Courtney Schoenbeck, you shoot 38% from three, 37% on all field goals combined. And take it when it's open. Northern Michigan 7 of 9 to begin the game. Parkside 1 of 5 with 4 turnovers. Potter for Schultz. Every matchup for Schultz basically is a mismatch. And there's a travel by Potter. Off the bench for the Wildcats is Elena Alex, a sophomore from Madrid, Spain, transferred from the University of Portland, where she was a pilot. Rakonen, Steven, long three, no good. Defensive rebounds. Schultz at the elbow. Shot clock at 6. Alex from the baseline, no good. Rebound tapped out. Harrison grabs it. Parkside able to get some stops now at least, even though just one bucket on the board. And away from the ball, Cabrera Senior got run over by Elizabeth Lutz, who will pick up the foul, the first of the game on Northern Michigan today. Jumping off the bench to come back in is Amber Hubner, in for McKaylee Kuhn. Rakonen takes the three from the corner. No good. Weak side rebound tracked down by Cabrera Senior. Second opportunity for the Rangers. Steven skips it to Cabrera Senior. She drives down the baseline, hands it off Rakonen, who lays it in. Good look by Cabrera Senior. Hubner guarded very closely by Steven. Has to be careful. Already 2 fouls for her. Schultz methodically in the paint, kicks it out. And the rainbow three, no good by Alex. Steven to the trailer Harrison and shuffles the feet. Kuhn. So screen set by Emily Miller. Pass inside to Schultz, knocked away. Nelson in transition. Trying to kick it back out to Harrison, intercepted by Lutz. She'll go to the hoop and get fouled by Rakonen, who will force Lutz to get the points from the free throw line, where she has not been much this season, just 2 of 3. Claire Jakaitis checking back in for Rakonen before the free throws for Lutz. And Cabrera Senior in for Steven. Aaron Honkala back on for Northern Michigan as well. Lutz, a 5'9" junior from Marshall, Wisconsin. It did not play Thursday, making her 10th appearance this season. That started 5 games. 3.8 points per game. I mentioned she had the game-winning three-pointer in a home victory over Wayne State a couple of weeks back. Wildcats were down by 1 at the time before the game-winning shot. Nelson into the corner. Harrison makes it from just inside the three-point line. So it's 15-0 to begin this game, and Parkside has steadied things a bit. As Northern Michigan shot 6 of 7 to begin the game, they are now 7 of 11. Schultz against Chakaitis. The best matchup, really, size-wise, that Parkside can put on her defensively. Chakaitis 6'2". The only player on the Parkside roster that stands above 6 feet. Chakaitis plays 17 minutes a game. Might need her to play closer to 20, 25 today to match up with Schultz. That's just my speculation. Schultz 2 free throws here, 79% on the year. 5 points in the first quarter. Team leader at 10.7 points per game, grabs 6 rebounds, and shoots 46% overall. Similar start for Northern Michigan that they had Thursday against Purdue Northwest, where they led 21-5 after the first quarter. Chakaitis off balance with a 3. And now we're less than a minute to go in quarter number 1. Lutz swings it for Hubner. Her pass tipped and stolen by Cabrera-Senior, who also gets fouled by Honkala. Just the second team foul on the Wildcats, with 38 1/10 of a second remaining in the first quarter. Alina Raskova has been seeing a lot more time over the last couple of games, with Alicia Murphy out of the lineup. Nelson swatted away. Wildcats could get the final shot here if they can secure the ball. Get it over half court. Down to 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Northern Michigan jumped out to a 15-0 lead before the Rangers steadied things. Three-pointer almost banked in by Kuhn. Schultz with the putback attempt had it blocked, and in a late whistle, Schultz is fouled. So they're going to have to put time back on the clock here, and Schultz is going to have 2 free throws. Schultz 2 for 2 at the line again. And that'll do it for the first quarter. So Northern Michigan got off to the 15-0 start before Parkside finally got a few buckets. And after 1 quarter of play, Northern is just 5 of 14 from the field at 36%, while the Wildcats are 11 of 20, 55%. 12 points for Jessica Schultz to lead the way for Northern Michigan. 4 points for Maddie Harrison, the Parkside leading scorer. Grace Scalzo trying to become the leading scorer with that 3-pointer. Missed it. She made one just a few minutes ago. Loose ball foul on Parkside. The table has no idea who they called the foul on, so they're buzzing the horn here. And now they report it. Chakaitis, her second. Northern Michigan is led by as many as 18. Parkside, of course, has never led as Wildcats got off to a 15-0 start to the game. Nelson on the run after the turnover. Missed it. Chakaitis following up. Kicks it out, Steven. 15 on the shot clock to work with. 3-pointer. Schoenbeck is good. 38% 3-point shooter. Courtney Schoenbeck, the sophomore transfer from the University of South Dakota. Scalzo with the D. Schultz now out beyond the three-point line against Jakaitis. Shot clock at 8. Schultz reposts. Goes to work. 4 to shoot. Back to her right. Puts it up and gets the roll. 14 points for Schultz. 31-17. Schultz coming off a season-high 20 on Thursday. Steven backs it up beyond the three-point line, restarts her drive with the left hand, doesn't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Nelson. Schoenbeck finds the cutting Jakaitis, who is fouled, and free throws to come. Miller picks up the foul. And we will see Jakaitis at the line looking for her first points of the game. Only her 10th and 11th free throw attempts of the season. Redshirt sophomore from Illinois. Transfer, though, from Loyola of Maryland, where she was a Greyhound in the Patriot League at the Division I level. Steven almost had the steal. Schultz at the elbow. Jakaitis reach again. Let's be careful there. Corner 3 comes up short. Off the hands of, that was Potter. And now Parkside get this down to possibly 10 with a three-pointer. And Jakaitis, who was trying to set up down low, draws a foul, and that'll lead to free throws on the 15th foul. It's a second foul on Miller. Jakaitis now 1 for 3 at the line here in this stretch. Goes 0 for 2 this time. That's 3 points left on the board there at the free throw line. Stays a 13-point game. 2:20 to go in the second quarter. Hubner. And as Schultz was setting up, just like we saw on the other side, now Jakaitis takes the foul, her third. Both she and Harrison have 3 fouls. And Schultz will shoot 2 more. She's 4 for 4 at the line, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 4 or 5 from the field. Her season high, 20 points Thursday. Her career high is 22. So Carolina Raikkonen has to come back on. Jakaitis to the bench, and Jakaitis pantomiming on the bench what Schultz did to her when she got the foul there. Three-pointer Raikkonen. They need a nice bounce, and they get it. Parkside, just their second three-pointer of the game. Of course, they average over 10 per contest. Strong drive by Kuhn, missed it. Rebound by Steven. Again, they got a chance to get this single digits before the half is over, after being down by as many as 18. Steven dribbling between the rings. Scalzo wide open, way too strong. A little too open there, if there's such a thing. Steven is eyeing that basketball as Kuhn dribbling across the timeline, looking for an opportunity to swipe it. Gets down low against Schoenbeck, missed it off the window, gets her own rebound, no good. Rebound for Nelson. Final minute of the first half now. Drive by Nelson. by Steven. And then the three missed by Rakkonen from the corner. 3-point shot just not there for Parkside so far today, as they are 3 of 10. Hubner dribbling around the top of the key. Now Miller showing back out on her. Miller sets up on the post, facing up on Schoenbeck. 6 to shoot. Puts it up. Doesn't get it go, and tipped around. Scalzo the rebound. 20 seconds left. Schoenbeck just turned at the right time to catch that pass, so it was going to be a turnover. 7 seconds left. Steven with the basketball. Screen set by Rakkonen. Steven to the elbow. Missed it way off. Kind of the story of the first half for Parkside, just not in sync. But on the bright side, they trailed 20-6 after one quarter, trailed by as many as 18.
And digital design and fabrication will lead us into a new era of success, powered by bright young minds that solve problems and invent products. And it starts with choosing a university.
Second quarter underway. Northern Michigan 20, Parkside 6. Wildcats 7 of 12 in the first quarter. 8 points from Jessica Schultz. Parkside just 3 of 11 from the field with 6 first quarter turnovers. 3-pointer missed by Michaela Kuhn. Parkside has Steven, Cabrera-Senior, Nelson, Rakkonen, and Harrison on the floor, the original starting 5. Nelson trying to get it to Harrison in the corner, and it's picked off. Kuhn, Schultz, Lutz, Hubner, and Honkala, the 5 for the Wildcats. Skip to the corner. Hubner, extra pass to Lutz. Makes another pass as well. Kuhn, drive, and finds the cutter Schultz along the baseline. And Jessica Schultz, right about at her season average, already with 10 points today. Steven. Rakkonen into the corner. Cabrera-Senior cut off there along the baseline. In the lane, Nelson. Harrison down the baseline, gets blocked by Schultz and Honkala, and one of them will get the foul. This will be the second on Aaron Honkala. 2 shots from Maddie Harrison. 5'11" sophomore. Third point this afternoon, 58% free throw shooter, averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds a game. He had 22 minutes of action, made her 9th start of the season today. Emily Miller has come on for the second time for Northern Michigan. Kuhn throws it out to Hubner, left side 3. Too strong. Schultz with her size got a hand on it and was sandwiched between Steven and Harrison. If it's on Steven, it's her 3rd. It's not on Steven. It's on Maddie Harrison. Not much better because that's her 2nd. Seen Harrison have some foul trouble. Fouled out last Saturday against Saginaw. And Harrison has picked up her 3rd. Harrison trying to defend Schultz out beyond the 3-point line on an inbounds play. That is just ill-advised to pick up a foul. Courtney Schoenbeck has come on. Hubner bounces for Schultz, guarded by Rakkonen. Playing her one-on-one, and Schultz takes advantage using the glass. 12 points for Jessica Schultz. If Parkside can find a way to stop Schultz right now, and maybe the key to getting back into it, Cabrera-Senior draws a foul on her drive to the hoop. Schultz slow to get up. It's not the way you want to see Schultz get slowed down here today. Hubner the foul. And Ina Cabrera-Senior to the free throw line, where she's 65% this season. A couple of games ago had a career best 19 points in 27 minutes of action against Saginaw Valley. Had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals as well in that victory. Junior averaging 5.5 points per game. 1 for 2 at the line as Schultz snares the rebound. 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. It was 20-6. Northern Michigan after 1. Kuhn skips it to the left corner. Lutz down the baseline, double teamed. Now Hubner, 5 on the shot clock. Miller drives from 13 feet, off the window and in. Sophomore Miller with her first bucket today. Schoenbeck to Steven in the corner. Long 2 is good. First points for Taylor Steven. 26-11. And Rangers finding some success with the penetration and dish out to the perimeter. Miller, left-hand drive. Now on the baseline, lost her dribble. Floater missed on the baseline by Kuhn. And here comes Steven in transition. Steven, too high with the pass to Rakkonen, who was open and would be spotting up for that three-pointer where she's 39% this year. Samantha Potter has come back on for the Wildcats. Cabrera-Senior all pressure defense on Lutz, and just a half step late. It's called for the block. Rakkonen and Nelson go out. As Raskova and Jakaitis come on, and also see Grace Scalzo for the first time in the game, I should say. Continuing the streak of singing the national anthem before the games. Lutz dribbles to the left side of the lane. Now Miller up top for 3. Back iron, offensive rebound, put back, and a foul. Samantha Potter, a chance for a 3-point play. Foul on Raskova. And Potter, who only averages 1.8 points per game, has 3 on that play. 29-11. Northern Michigan, the first half lead here. Jakaitis to Raskova. Trying to skip it to the weak side. Just an easy pickings type of steal for Samantha Potter. Turned over by Northern Michigan, though, on the other side. Off the hands of Potter. Taylor Steven driving left baseline, backing it out, restarts her drive against the bigger Schultz, gets it to Scalzo in the corner, and the 3 rolls around and in for Grace Scalzo. Her 9th three-pointer of the season, freshman from Racine, Wisconsin. Got to think that the goal for Parkside over the next 5.5 minutes is get this down to single digits. With it 15 right now, get a 3 in the key call against Northern Michigan. Turned over by the Wildcats. Steven gets it up over Schultz. Steven not relenting on the defensive pressure, even with 2 fouls. A ball over McKaylee Kuhn. It's very late going into the offense here for the Wildcats. Already 9 on the shot clock. Jakaitis guarding Schultz. And an offensive foul. Good defense by Jakaitis as Schultz, I didn't catch it exactly. Maybe lowered the shoulder slightly or extended the arm a little bit there. Advantage in points from turnovers. Points in the paint, though, a big advantage. 18-4 for Northern Michigan, mostly because of Jessica Schultz. Jessica Schultz, 16 points on 5 of 6 shooting, 8 rebounds. She also drew 8 fouls in the first half of play. 8 fouls drawn by, that's a lot for a whole game for someone to draw, and she drew it in the first half of play. Carolina Raukonen, team high 5 points for Parkside. Rangers have the ball here, down by 12 to begin the second half, and Alyssa Nelson, who has had some slow starts, her first points of the game there. I think it was just on Thursday. She had a 13-point quarter, though, if I remember right. And the Rangers have in single digits now, 33-24. Schultz turnaround and misses her first shot of the third quarter. Taylor Steven on the run. Getting it back from Nelson. Up faking a 3 and surveying. Cabrera-Signal in the corner. Harrison on the block. Her pass gets skipped up in the air and then got tipped right up in the face of Steven, who is back behind the play, checking her nose and mouth for blood, and she obviously is, she's, you've ever been hit in the nose, you got to fight back tears, and she looked like she wanted to stay on the floor, and they're going to sub her out there. Now, I don't know, I didn't see what happened now offensively from Northern Michigan because I was looking at Steven, but I guess the key out of it is that the Wildcats did not take advantage of a 5-on-4 situation. Did not score. Raukonen right at the logo in the paint. Lost it to the ground, and they get a timeout called by Parkside to save the ball. It's only going to leave Parkside, though, with 1 timeout left. We'll take a timeout here. 8:39 to go, third quarter. Northern Michigan's lead is down to 9. It's 33-24. First time this game has been in single digits in terms of the margin since it was, since it was 8-0. Northern Michigan got out to a 15-0 start, so 8-0 was the last time it was a single-digit deficit for Parkside. Shot clock is at 8. Harrison at the free throw line, and looking at Taylor Steven, and her nose and eye area is very red, very, very red. Not blood though, but saw her on the sideline wiping her face with something as there's a drive and score for McKaylee Kuhn. I don't wonder if that left eye is a bit compromised in terms of her vision right now with how red that area of her face is. Let's see, a three-pointer from the corner. Hey, it don't matter. I guess you can see fine. Three-pointer for Taylor Steven, and it's 35-27. Drive by Honkala. Flips it up with the right hand, rolls off the rim. Raukonen in transition the other way for the Rangers. Looking back for Steven. Steven holds that pivot foot. Nelson from the corner. Her second three-pointer of the third quarter. Third of the quarter overall for the Rangers. They only had 3 in the first half, and the three-point shooting waking up here in the third. 5-point game. Rangers with the second best three-point shooting percentage in the league at 37.6%, making 10 a game. Honkala down low, can't score it, but it falls to Schultz for an easy two, as the Rangers just could not secure the rebound. 18 points now for Schultz, 37-30. Nelson, another three. Three from long range for Nelson here in the third quarter. 4-point game. 37-33. Schultz draws the foul on Rakkonen, which will be her second. So Schultz has drawn 9 fouls in this game. And she's 6 of 6 at the free throw line. Rakkonen out, Jakaitis in. Jakaitis has 3 fouls. Lutz has come on for the for the Wildcats. So Schultz at the line. Parkside never led in this game. Northern Michigan is led by as many as 18. 20-6 after 1, 33-21 at halftime. 20 points now for Schultz, matching her season high that she had Thursday against Purdue Northwest. But really, she has been the offense, obviously 20 of the 39 points for the Wildcats. Cabrera Senior had it blocked. Combination of Honkala and Schultz. You got a 6'1" and a 6'3" player in the paint there defensively for Northern Michigan. Lutz enters it for Schultz. Double team comes from Nelson. Skip to the open player. It's a three-pointer by Kuhn. That's no good. Rebound tapped to Schultz. And Schultz and Nelson both go to the floor. Schultz and Steven both go to the floor. And Taylor Steven picks up her third foul. So Schultz draws another foul. Honkala to Kuhn, who dribbles out near the half-court logo. Guarded by Steven. Swings it left side for Lutz. Now Schultz faces up on Harrison, doubled by Jakaitis. Lutz open for three, no good. And Harrison in there for the rebound. Outlet. Steven on the run. Steven kept a step there on Hubner, who's called for the foul. She was on her hip. Second foul on Amber Hubner. Emily Miller back on for Northern Michigan. Three-pointer, Nelson with her fourth of the third quarter. 39-36. Nelson, fourth best three-point shooter in the conference at 47.1%. She's creeping towards 50%, I think, on the year right now. And a steal by Nelson. Drives all the way to the hoop, lays it up and in. 14 points in the first 5.5 minutes of the third quarter for Alyssa Nelson. The lead is 1. Hubner floats it to Kuhn, who ran with the ball as she was catching it. And we're going to get a timeout here. Media timeout with 4:22 to go in the third quarter. Scored by Alyssa Nelson in the third quarter. It's a 1-point game, and the Rangers have the ball, 39-38. Parkside has never led, trailed 15-0 to begin the game, and by as many as 18. And there's a ticky-tack foul committed by McKaylee Kuhn, reaching in on Taylor Stephen. Parkside looking for their first lead of the game. Nelson has her shot blocked, and Lutz goes and gets the loose ball. So the first miss of the quarter for Alyssa Nelson. Lutz guarded by Cabarrus-Signal. Pass stolen by Nelson. A chance for the lead, and Nelson gives it to the Rangers with 16 third quarter points, 40-39. What we're learning about Parkside here, especially on their home floor, they can get down by double digits early in the game, and they are not out of it. Taylor Stephen, though, will pick up a fourth foul with 3.5 minutes left to go in the third. Natalie Raskova will check in for her. I think Alyssa Nelson's going to win a Player of the Week for the second straight week, unless obviously have to look and see what other players in the North Division have been doing, but Nelson, 19 points on Thursday, and she's got 16 alone here in the third quarter today. Shot clock is at 5. Schultz, kick out. Schultz, I guess, would be a pretty good nominee as well. She comes up short with that. Nelson the rebound. Schultz had season-high 20 on Thursday and has 20 so far today. Cabarrus-Signal, kick out Raskova. She'll drive in the lane, bounce back for Cabarrus-Signal. Now Harrison. Parkside slinging the ball around at a nice fast pace, and it leads to a lay-in for Maddie Harrison. Excellent offense by the Rangers. 42-39. (21-6) in the quarter for Parkside. That basically mirrors what the first quarter was. Northern Michigan 20-6. There's still a lot of time left in the quarter, as Claire Jakaitis just picked up her fourth foul. So Jakaitis and Stephen both have 4. But before the ball is inbounded, foul on Northern Michigan. Called on Lutz. Cabarrus-Signal. Schoenbeck falling out of bounds, had to just throw it back in, turned over. Raskova reaches in, steals it away from Kuhn. Rakkonen to the hoop, left-hand finish. So for a team that never led in this game, down by 18, all of a sudden they have a 5-point lead with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hubner. Tipped and stolen. Raskova on the run. They didn't have the numbers. Schoenbeck down low. Cabarrus-Signal bumped by Miller and then scores off the glass anyways. Timeout, Northern Michigan. It is all Parkside here in the third quarter. What a third quarter for Parkside. 25-6 in the quarter, led by Alyssa Nelson. All 16 of her points have come in the third quarter. And the Rangers hadn't led until this point. Now lead by 7. It's a drive and score by McKaylee Kuhn. Makes it 46-41. Three-pointer by Raskova off the back iron. And Schultz above everybody with the rebound. Had it knocked away, but Honkala able to get the loose ball. Honkala facing up on Schoenbeck. Shot clock is already down to 2-1. And at the buzzer, Rakkonen for three. No good. Schultz another rebound. She has a double-double. Has 20 points. She has a triple-double if you consider fouls drawn, which is new on the box scores over the last couple of years. And some of the changes on statistics. Second foul here on Raskova. And at the line for two is Michaeli Kuhn, 87% free throw shooter. Broadcaster Jinx worked perfectly right there. Goes 1 for 2. 46-42. About a second and a half difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So Jen Connolly calling out a play, and Rangers want to make this the last shot of the quarter if they can. Raskova standing right above the S in Rangers at half court now. Starts to move forward. 5 to shoot. Cabarrus-Senior steps to her right. Long two, way off. Clock will expire, though, in Parkside. Down by 18 with 6:22 left to go in the second quarter. They were down by 12 at halftime. Parkside in the third quarter, 10 of 15 from the field, 5 of 7 from three. Outscored Northern Michigan 25-9. Wildcats were just 3 of 11 from the field. Northern Michigan still shooting 41% for the game. Parkside all the way up to 46%. Alyssa Nelson, 16 third quarter points, now leads the Rangers in scoring. 20 points for Jessica Schultz to go along with 11 rebounds. She's going to work again. Turnaround is good, and the foul. Foul on Rakkonen, her third. Rakkonen has 3. Jakaitis has 4. Steven has 4. Harrison has 3. And Schultz stays at 22 points with her first free throw miss. Now 8 of 9 today. Steven and Jakaitis on the bench for the time being with those 4 fouls. Schultz with a 12th rebound. And Michaeli Kuhn, who wears a brace on her left leg, left knee. May have, not sure if that's if she. All right, as you can see, Michaeli Kuhn is up and walking off under her own power. It appears that maybe she just got knocked in the leg and the knee, kind of a contact, not a twist or anything like that. So hopefully she's going to be okay. Northern Michigan a chance to tie or retake the lead here. Lutz trying to re-enter for Schultz, and Nelson knew that was coming, got her hands on it. Hubner out of the corner, drives to the hoop, lays it in. Tie ball game. Just the second hoop for Amber Hubner. She's got 5. So it's only, well, that's the first tie that we've had today. It's the one lead change, of course. Rakkonen. Now Harrison in the right corner. Shot clock is at 7. Raskova steps into one, missed it from the elbow, and Honkala had the rebound, lost it, saved it in bounds, and then Lutz went to the ground and tripped up Harrison. And looks like her left shoulder got smacked pretty hard, and she's okay, though. Third foul on Lutz, first team foul. Harrison to inbound the ball. Gets it in out top to Steven. Steven playing with 4 fouls. Rakonen, 17-footers off the front iron. Schultz, another rebound. She's got 13 now. And Potter trying to get that pass on the baseline for Schultz, turned over by the Wildcats. Claire Jakaitis in. Carolina Rakonen out for the Rangers. Nelson, Steven, Cabarrus, and Harrison, the others on the floor. Jakaitis to Harrison on the baseline right side, takes the shot and makes it. 8-point ball game for Maddie Harrison. Averages 7 a game. Rangers back in front by 2. Huebner gets away from Cabarrus. The C opens up wide for her, but she misses the lay-in. Cabarrus in the right corner. Jakaitis, turnaround, missed it too strong. It falls, though, to Steven. Shot clock at 15. And it knocked away by Honkala, who knocked it off of Steven. No argument from Taylor Steven, which is a pretty good indication of being in the right call. Grace Scalzo comes on. Scalzo came on in the first half and knocked down a three-pointer when the Rangers were really struggling for points. Huebner driving, can't finish this time either. Defense was all over her, though, this time. Parkside, winners of 6 in a row. Top of the North Division right now at 5-1. 4-1 here at home. Third game of a 5-game homestand. Steven gets to the logo in the paint, and now it's back outside. Scalzo, right side for Steven, trying to get around Potter down the baseline. Around the perimeter, three-pointer by Scalzo, missed from the left side. And we get a timeout by Northern Michigan with 6:19 left to go in the fourth quarter. Parks. See if Alyssa Nelson gets going again. She's back on the floor. All 16 of her points in the third quarter. Jessica Schultz leading all scorers with 22 points. She also has 13 rebounds and 1 block shot. Huebner kicks it out. Miller to Honkala, left elbow. Back towards Miller, but Harrison was in front to knock it away. Shot clock at 9, 6:01 remaining. Parkside 48, Northern Michigan 46. Inbound to Honkala. The smaller Steven was on her. Nelson came to help, but it was too late. Eight points for Aaron Honkala. Tied again, 48-48. Nelson drives in the lane, gets a step, flips it up and in, and the foul. 18 now for Nelson. Came in as the 7th best scorer in the league at 15.3 a game. Third foul on Aaron Honkala. And Nelson to the free throw line. Looking for her 19th point of the afternoon. Almost perfect at the line this year. 25 of 28 now with that make. Some of the lights inside the building right now flashing. I wonder if the weather is causing some electrical issues. As Schultz, they called her for an offensive foul. Second time we've seen her get called for an offensive foul in the lane there. It is nothing huge. It's nothing big where she's really extending the arm or knocking a player down. Just, I don't know. Could be to the fact that she's just bigger than everybody and Saw that with Shaquille O'Neal back in the day, where he was just so much bigger than everybody else. He knocked someone over just because of that size difference and get called for fouls, when in reality, that's just, how nature is. Northern Michigan, though, does get the turnover from Parkside. Get the ball back here, down by 3. Lutz lost it against Cabrera Senior. Bodies hitting the floor everywhere. And a whistle is just for the ball being out of bounds. Of course, here being in Kenosha, you're kind of split between Bears country and Packers country. And, well, it's definitely Packers country now with them in the playoffs, playing tomorrow night. Here's a drive by Steven. Steven with just a terrible pass. And Nelson, just knowing it, goes in the air, airborne, out of bounds, and saves it in bounds, because that was the only chance that they had there. Steven points to herself, says, my bad. Thank you to Alyssa for saving it. And then Nelson gets fouled in the corner. No? No foul. They just called out of bounds to Northern Michigan. All right. I won't pretend to guess, knowing what happened there. It's a little screened out. So Northern Michigan back with the basketball. Still a 3-point game. Honkala. Down low, Schultz. Feeling the double team from behind. Steven is buzzing around. Lutz goes back down to her. Schultz with the push out with the right hand. Short. Rebound by Harrison. And Steven, another errant pass there. And Jakaitis gets called for a foul, and she's done. She fouls out. Even in NCAA volleyball, they have challenges now, and they tell public address announcer, they announce what the review is. In basketball, it's just, we're just going to go over a monitor and stare at it for a while, not let anybody know what's happening. So they were checking to see if there was an elbow on the play. There wasn't. Schultz, turnaround, off the window and in. New career high for Jessica Schultz, 24 points. 51-50. Rakkonen rattles one in from about 17 feet. By the way, during all that, Alyssa Nelson left the game and is back with the trainer, having one of her legs worked on. So right now the Rangers without Nelson, and Jakaitis is fouled out. 53-50, timeout Northern Michigan before a 5-second violation. 3:16 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's Parkside 53, Northern Michigan 50. Well, don't go anywhere. Got to .3:16 to go, fourth quarter. Parkside 53, Northern Michigan 50. Shot clock winding down here. It's at 6 seconds for the Wildcats. Hubner throws it outside. Lutz for 3, short. Rebound Rakkonen. 3 minutes left. The Rangers down by as many as 18 in the second quarter in this game. Roared back 25-9 in the third quarter to take the lead. They led by as many as 7. Good to see McKaylee Kuhn back out there after she left injured earlier. And also now you see Alyssa Nelson come back in the game, who I mentioned before the last time out was over at the trainer's table being looked at. Offense a bit stagnant at this point right now. It's 46-42, Parkside entering the fourth quarter. And now just 53-50. Northern Michigan only averages 49.9 points per game, so they're right there at 50. Rangers, of course, at about 77 points per game. Cabrera-Senior with the shot block in the face of McKaylee Kuhn. Out of bounds, still Wildcat ball. Parkside trying to win a 7th consecutive game and put themselves 2 games ahead of Northern Michigan for first place in the North Division. Hubner around the key in the lane, left-hand finish, and it's a blocking foul. A chance for Amber Hubner to tie the ball game up at the free throw line. Hubner can't make it. Stays a 1-point game, 53-52, less than 2 to go. Rakonen deep on the left side. Now Harrison top of the key. Cabrera-Senior at the right elbow. Bounce pass down low. Rakonen scores it, and a foul by Jessica Schultz. Double figures for Carolina Rakonen, now with 11. And now Rakonen can make it a 2-possession game with 1:40 left. She misses the free throw, but Cabrera-Senior had the rebound, lost it. It went out of bounds off of Hubner. Hubner lucky in the little moment there, didn't get a technical foul. She took the ball and threw it off the padding behind the hoop. It bounced right back to her, and she politely handed it back to the referee and probably said her apologies quickly. And I'm happy they didn't call it on her either. It wasn't. She was frustrated with herself, not with an official call. Steven passes to the corner. Rakonen around Schultz, and she stepped on the baseline. So it's Northern Michigan ball, 1:23 left, 55-52 Parkside. Northern Michigan men's basketball team is lining up at the doors right now, ready to come on the floor to warm up for their game coming up. Watching the end of this one. Hubner, top of the key, guarded by Steven. Again, she has 4 fouls. Hubner got by her. Harrison came to help. Open corner, 3, bounces out for McKaylee Kuhn. Final minute of play, 3-point Ranger lead. Parkside scored an average of 82 points in their prior 2 victories here at home. Right now with 55 on the board, but have a 3-point lead. Harrison, right side Steven, across the lane. Puts one up high off the glass, no. And Rakonen and Honkala tied up, and the all-important possession arrow is with Parkside, but there's only 2 seconds on the shot clock, as the shot by Steven did not draw rim. Both teams have 1 timeout left. Parkside in the bonus when it comes to fouls. Parkside has 1 foul to give. Into Rakonen, wide open, and had it partially deflected, I think, on the way up. And then a rebounding foul on Parkside. 4th team foul, so no free throws. And exactly 31 seconds. So now the ball can be inbounded from a very odd spot on the floor where you don't normally drop plays. It's along the sideline, but right in the corner. 17 seconds left, no timeouts left for Northern Michigan. Both teams in the bonus, possession arrow with the Wildcats. 12 seconds left. Kuhn has the ball out near half court, down to 7. Kuhn with 5, driving right, shoots it off the glass. No, Steven the rebound, and now here's the big thing. Are they granting the timeout before clock to 1.5? They did grant the timeout before the ball is put to the floor, so the Rangers have the ball in the front court after the advance. Cabrera-Senior will inbound the basketball. into Nelson. She turns, fires, and it's good! And the Rangers win at the buzzer. And he